Hi, I'm Adriana, and today I'm here with two of the founding members of the Red Cross Club. Hi, how are you guys today?
Doing pretty good.
I'm fine, doing good.
That's good to hear. So, what exactly is the Red Cross Club?
So for those who don't know, the Red Cross is an organization that pretty much helps people that have experienced any sort of disaster in their lives or any type of epidemic that needs help. But Red Cross just provides the relief for them and supports them in their times of need. Regarding the high school, the Red Cross Club does that, but on a more local, smaller level.
Yeah.
It's a youthful organization, so we do what we can.
Okay. And why did you guys create a Red Cross Club here at Norristown?
So I normally donate blood like on a, I won't say regular basis, but whenever I get the time to. And a representative told me that since I'm already involved with the Red Cross, why not just start the club, which I didn't know about until the rep told me. But believe it or not, we were the last high school to start the club here or in this county. So I just decided, why not start it now? Better sooner than later. So.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And it's another thing too. So we since we started it, it's also leaving your mark, because the Red Cross Club, it's also like he said, we're the last high school in Montgomery County to do it. So I feel like it would be, or we feel like it would be a good idea to leave it for the younger upcoming classes and stuff to kind of inherit that. So yeah.
It should keep going just as the actual Red Cross organization does. So.
Okay. And how does our school and even the community of Norristown benefit from us having a Red Cross Club?
Yes, so for just the general idea, in my opinion, I don't think, myself even, I don't think I'm so much aware of any sort of life-saving skills or any sort of thing to benefit others. If there was some sort of disaster or epidemic in Norristown, I wouldn't really know where to start or how to help others. I feel that the Red Cross Club helps provide just that. So we get CPR training if we decide to do so. We can make disaster preparedness kits or fundraising, and if we do need funds for the town, such things like that.
Yeah, we can also be that outlet for people to start volunteering and just being a part of the community and just helping out in general, because the culture is that you don't really care about your community. So if we kind of become that outlet to kind of help out, and if you're donating blood and volunteerism, it would make the community way better.
Okay. And what do you guys do as a club? What are some things you have planned? What's going on with you guys?
So the main purpose of the club is just volunteering. So you're not obligated to do anything. It's just out of the kindness of your heart. So there's 4 different areas. First one being blood donations, of course. You don't actually have to donate blood if that's not your thing. You can volunteer to actually help at blood drives. So for example, just guiding people there or giving them snacks after they donate blood, signing them in. The next area is fundraising, which is just gathering up money to donate to the Red Cross. We get a 10 cents back to the actual community, so that can go back to us. Next one is providing for our troops, writing veterans, thank you letters and such things like that. And I forgot the last actual volunteer work. Yeah, so making preparedness kits. As I said, getting training for CPR and other such life-saving skills like that.
Same. It's just those 4 things, and then
An actual upcoming event that we have is normally Mr. Morris. He's the one that he's already a part of the Red Cross. For those who don't know, he normally hosts the blood drive in May, but since we have this club up running, we were able to start one in December. So we have one coming up then for those who would like to donate then.
Okay. And why is donating blood important?
So being a part of the youth, we have one of the best forms of blood to give. So since we're already doing a lot of running around, physical activity, and just keeping up with ourselves, our blood is the healthiest when it comes to just human beings as adults or the elders. So when we donate our blood, not only do we get it back faster than the average person, but the person that is getting the blood feels more rejuvenated, more healthy. I don't want to say a fountain of youth, but you definitely do feel a lot better.
Yeah.
So
And just as like humans, we need like blood, and blood is always like a necessity that like it would be helpful to do. So by just donating blood, you would be saving lives. So our armed forcemen, like we can we donate that. That's one of the Red Cross's like big donors that we provide for, and like the ambulances they always need, and like hospitals. So it would just be very helpful. You can save like many lives just by donating blood. So if we started at a local level, it could be a greater impact and you wouldn't even know. So
one donation can potentially save 3 lives.
mm-hmm.
It's a really interesting fact. That's
Mhm.
crazy. So how are kids able to join the club?
So right off the jump, it's just simple as you have to register to become a volunteer with the Red Cross. So first thing is making your profile, then actually submitting an application, which is just a couple of questions. And if you're 18 or older, submitting a background check, which is free. If you're 17 or younger, you have to give your parents' email, and then they get an email asking for an electronic signature to allow that student to become a member or a volunteer. And once that goes through, the Red Cross checks, or representative checks all of the information to make sure it's correct, and then you're good to go.
Yeah. Like you said, you go to the redcross.org slash volunteer, or you can download the Volunteer Connection app, and what that basically does is you can keep track of all your hours. You could sign up through there. So like he said, do the background check. Everything is free. And it's just it's an easy way to keep track of all the Red Cross like events and like all the hours that you accumulate throughout the year. So,
And where and when do you guys meet?
So we meet every other Wednesday. So we had our first meeting yesterday. The next one is not this Wednesday coming up, but the following one, which is I believe November 6th.
mm-hmm.
So it's every other Wednesday to accommodate for people with busy schedules.
Yeah, we know the students have a lot of clubs and organizations that they're a part of, and they're working. So we try to keep our Red Cross meetings to like a minimum to be like but they're very important to attend. So we do every other Wednesday, so 2 or 3 a month. Yeah.
And where do you guys meet?
Mr. Morris's room after school. His room is 304 on the 3rd floor. Meeting times should run from 2:20, 2:30 to 3:20, 3:30.
Okay. So I know you guys mentioned that the Red Cross is primarily like volunteer hours.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work for a member? So like where do they find these hours? Are they solely Red Cross hours, or could they be outside of the organization?
So the only way you can log hours with the Red Cross is if you're doing volunteer work with the Red Cross, which is anything involving the Red Cross. So simply attending our meetings is hours.
Mm-hmm.
Doing any volunteer work is hours. If you were asked to do something for the like anything involving the Red Cross counts as hours. But yes, it has to be connected to the Red Cross to count as hours.
Yep.
To actually find out about events is that's what the meetings basically are for us to inform the members about any upcoming events or get an idea of what they would like to do.
Mm-hmm.
But on top of that, like if you check the websites and the app, those are like once you become a volunteer, you get emails from the actual Red Cross themselves saying if there's actual volunteer work that we don't even have to set up for you guys, like the Red Cross does. Mm-hmm. And you could either register to join that, or we can create something here.
Yeah.
It's all just there for the taking. So.
Okay. And what do your meetings look like?
So it's more just organizing and discussing and planning what's ahead.
Yeah.
So as I said, if there's any sort of event or volunteer work that the members would like to do, they can bring it up during the meeting. If the officers feel like there's something that we should all take part in, we'll bring that up in a meeting. I guess it's also the time to log in your hours, make sure that you're on track with the Red Cross. It's more just,
Yeah, and when you come to the meetings, that will count towards one of your tier lists. So there are 3 different tiers for the Red Cross, like for members. So the first tier would be, I think it's like 10 hours or like it's 10 hours minimum to be in tier 1, and you have to log into Volunteer Connect. You have to attend like a couple meetings, and then like to level up in the tiers, you have to like attend more meetings, do more Red Cross chapter events, just be more like active within the Red Cross organization. And depending on each tier, you get different rewards. So yeah.
Okay, is there anything else you guys like to add?
It's a great opportunity to, if you're a lower classman, it's a great opportunity to develop leadership skills and overall to add to your resume for college and work if needed. In my opinion, it makes you feel good about yourself, like just the idea that you're helping somebody or potentially saving a life. That, I don't know, it reaches my heart. So I think that's a benefit. And I like getting rewards and free things. So I think the whole tier system is a great addition, because I don't know about any other clubs, but like the Red Cross is our sponsor, so everything that we get is from them. So the students don't actually have to provide for the club or even pay or nothing. Like, we get all that. All we just need is your time and effort.
Yeah. The more you volunteer, the more you will get rewarded. And when you reach tier 3, you get a letter of recommendation from the Red Cross leadership, and that will look great on college resumes and just help you out in any way you can. So yeah, that would be really nice.
Okay, thank you both very much. I'm Adriana Wright, and I talked to Louise and Christian about the Red Cross Club. You should definitely come out 2 Wednesdays from now, November 6th, and hear what they have to offer. Thank you, and back to our host.